What was going on inside the White House made the stuff in the streets look like a party. Reed's people were in there, not Black Arrow. And they were clearing it room by room. Reed had disabled most of the security from Third Echelon. The EMP had taken care of the rest. All the President had left was Secret Service. And they weren't enough. Sam was in, trying to make his way through the White House, while the people he'd trained tried to kill him. As for Grim, well, she had the hard part.
And welcome to the final level of Splinter Cell Conviction. There was a jump cut there, you don't need to worry about that. You probably understand why already. You've seen enough of my jump cuts.
Somebody, what the? Please, call back up.
So of course we are in the White House.
What does the operation? These orders.
We have Third Echelon people, and they basically killed Secret Service. Oh, I cut out some audio, but it's not that important. Vice President is in the press room. We're going to the press room. That's about all you need to know. This is a really big room that can give you some problems, by the way. And again, they have one of those stranger audio tracks in the background. And still, it's not quite as bad as that one on the airfield. They, of course, have famous president speeches like Franklin Delano Roosevelt saying, "Only thing we have to fear is fear itself," things like that. And, you know, as usual, they are patrolling the area. We want to get past them. So, this level is pretty fun, but one of the harder ones in the game because of one point in particular coming up in a little bit. You see there, I got detected, and I'm still using that to my advantage because they still check where people fall out the windows. I think 2 people said that at the same time, so they really want to do that. Anyway, gameplay-wise, again, there's not much left to say about it. You have the same gameplay as always. You really don't have much other than a lot of people at once. And if I had to say one thing about Ubisoft recently, that seems to be their modus operandi. They run out of stuff to do, so they just throw a shitload of people at you. And I guess I was planning here. One thing also with their helmets, I don't remember if I mentioned it in the boring-ass sewer level, but even though you cannot headshot them normally, Execute still gets one-shot kills when he's aiming for their head. It doesn't make much sense in any way you think about it, to be honest.
Everybody watch your gun!
But all in all, the challenge of this level makes up for the fact that there really isn't anything new to do. And we're actually moving into the room where the most challenging part of this level, and possibly of the game, comes up. Of course, they closed the door on us because, I guess that's supposed to be, like, dramatic or something, I don't know. And here we are, this is the press room. You see up there, we have, I think, a total of 4 guards and the vice president, of course. And the whole time in the background, you're gonna hear people getting slaughtered, basically. Not much to say about that, they're killing people. You have these pipes to climb on. Pretty useful. And if I had actually saved and execute, that would have been really useful too. Because then we could take out the 4 guys, and the vice president doesn't do anything to resist what you are about to do. And here comes an interrogation.
You didn't run.
You don't get it, do you? You can't touch me. I got protection. I'm Teflon. So whatever you think you're gonna do to me, Mr. Has-Been, Mr. Rogue Agent, Mr. Washed-Up Spy, well, you can forget about it right now, because I'm bulletproof. Goddamn bulletproof, you hear?
Oh, really?
Oh, you shot me! Oh!
You know, you need to work on that whole bullet.
Okay, I cut that out too early by mistake. This is the hardest part of the game for me. He says, you really need to work on that bulletproof line. I like that remark, but I cut it out and I don't really feel like going back and editing it again. So, take my word for it. I'm hiding up here, but they really screw you over at that door that I just threw the grenade into. That's the main issue. They have people coming from 2 parts. Again, you can't see the ones from the other door on the right there with sonar goggles, but they still come through. I don't know how exactly I avoided them this time. That was a really good run of this, especially considering how bad I am sometimes at this. And using the flashbang, I'm going around the side because they can shoot you down pretty easily from there. Basically, they set up traps, you have to get around them. And there are parts that definitely feel like you have to know they're coming. You're never going to get them your first time. If you do, I'm legitimately very impressed. And of course there I was trying to execute again, and the fact that oh, that's my first flashbang escape ever. The fact that I used up my execute already bites me in the ass a second time.
That's it, Jesus! I'm gonna enjoy putting a bullet. Right! This fucker's ain't gonna happen, asshole!
And you see there's just one guy left here. These 2 rooms I've mentioned before, but I have to mention again. They're really fucking hard. Maybe it's just me, maybe I'm terrible, but I have a really fucking hard time with those 2 rooms. And cutscene.
By the time Grim got a hold of Sam, Reed's men were kicking in the Oval Office door. She was there, and she could see that the President's protective detail was going down. The plan was for Sam to meet with Grim in the press room where they'd figure out what the hell to do next. Of course, Grim already had a plan, one she hadn't bothered to tell Sam about. But that shouldn't have surprised him. Some things, and some people, just don't change.
And this is the last section of real gameplay. Basically, we are meeting Grim in the press room, as you can see. We have, of course, a couple of guards to go through still. Well, not really guards so much as third echelon agents, splinter cells, whatever the hell they want to be called.
Roger that. We could hold this position against a lot more than just one guy. It's a perfect bottleneck.
One guy is all we need to worry about.
It's a perfect bottleneck here.
He's gonna get hit by so many
I cannot be a threat, can I?
That's a cheerful thought.
Ain't it?
What if you bypass this?
How? It's not like he can sneak through the
This is... I'm moving around trying to get a shot that gets all four of them.
I've read his file. He does stuff like that.
I don't think it works.
And after we're through with him, he's not gonna be doing it anymore.
And of course, they were just talking about you and how you're basically a fucking god, and you kill people without any consequences whatsoever. Just like that. And that fifth guy, even watching this again, I don't know where the hell he was. I didn't see him. Maybe if you guys want to go back and watch the video again, I've never seen that guy before I shoot him. Maybe he spawns in, maybe I'm just fucking blind as hell. So here we're revisited by an old friend. The automatic Gatling gun. There we go. You have to jump from cover to cover, otherwise you'll get shot up because it's a Gatling gun. Or maybe it's Gatling. I pronounce stuff poorly. Have 4 splinter cells who come in here. You can go around them. These 2 guys in the back, I don't know if it's impressive or just strange programming, but they will move around differently each time. And of course I leave people alive there. You'll see how that turns out in a little bit.
Outrun this, Fisher. The area's compromised. We're gonna hold position here.
So last time I shot the guy with a pistol. I'm seeing if I can blow him up. And I did. And then I hear the guys yelling behind me and got a little paranoid because I can't quite remember what was coming up next. So I decided to kill him. Just in case, because I don't want people coming up behind me when other people are gonna try and kill me. I think if you listen at this point, by the way, you can hear the whirring of the sonar goggles, I'm assuming, because whatever the guy was that gave you the sonar goggles said that some splinter cells do have that.
We're out of time, Sam. Where are you?
I'm close.
Get closer. Reed's knocking on the door to the Oval Office right now.
So yeah, it's urgent. You don't actually have a time limit, though. As with most of the time, when they say, you know, hurry up, you really don't have a time limit. They're just making it seem dramatic, I guess. And I don't know how they saw me. I was behind a lot of cover. It might actually be from the sonar goggles because, as I did mention, if you can see them at this point, they probably can see you, but they don't always see you with the sonar goggles. It's a strange mechanic that I don't think they worked in very well. The end of this game does seem a little rushed to me. And I think that's obvious from the sewer level on, that they seem to be, like, on a deadline at this point, and doing some really good design choices, but not implementing some really obvious ones. And that was me messing up an execution. And getting it right back. Headbutt. And one last set of enemies, you just saw them run by. This is actually a firefight between the 3rd Echelon and the Secret Service, yeah. And of course I'm helping out the Secret Service, and does it help at all? I doubt it. Apparently the Secret Service are terrible shots too, because I believe I've killed 4 people at this point, and they have not killed anyone. Also, that is further proof that you cannot stick a remote mine on anyone. You missed out on that, Ubisoft. I expect to see that in the next Splinter Cell game, since you are clearly watching my LPs. And that's all of them. We are done with enemies for the game. Here's a long cutscene. I'll see you guys on the other side of it at the end of the game. Enjoy it.
For whatever it's worth, Sam, I am so sorry for everything.
I thought we were in a hurry.
Right. We need to get you close to Reed, and we need to do it in a way that doesn't make him double tap the president immediately.
Got any ideas?
One. But it's gonna hurt.
Just do what you have to do.
I always do, Sam. I always do. Tom? I've got Fisher. I'm bringing him in. Don't do anything drastic until I get there. Sorry, Sam. You're going to the Oval Office. You've got to dress properly for the occasion. Hands? You comfortable?
Ah, fuck.
Get up. You've got an appointment with the president.
All those years you were lying to me.
It was for the greater good, Sam. And I would do it again in a heartbeat, for the same reasons.
Guess I never did know you.
No, you didn't. And you still don't.
I was wondering when you were gonna get here. Nice work, Anna. I see you got some payback in for the stun he pulled at the airfield.
Well, he put up a little bit of a fight.
Of course he did. And now he's here, the famous Sam Fisher, just in time to be useful. So how does it feel, Sam? Knowing you're gonna go down in history as the man who assassinated President Caldwell.
Fuck you, Reed.
Of course, we'll be just a little too late to rescue her. And you'll be shot multiple times trying to escape. It's classic, but it's clean.
You don't honestly believe that this is gonna work. The surveillance cameras footage is gonna show.
Your cameras, we own them. Your security measures, we made sure the Pulse fried them. We're 3rd Echelon, Madam President. We own every bit of information that goes through this town. And if I want to, I can make it look like you were assassinated by 2 circus clowns and a golden retriever. So shut up, and you might live a few seconds longer.
That's not third echelon.
It's not Lambert's third echelon. Last time I checked, he was dead. And guess what? Third echelon nearly died with him.
Tom.
You see, the president decided the agency wasn't justifying its funding anymore. She was gonna shut us down, leave America vulnerable to the sort of attacks you spent so many years stopping, Sam.
Madam President, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Son of a...
That was a close
You've got
call.
maybe 2 minutes before the army takes back the White House. Make them useful. How did Megiddo get to you?
You don't want to know about Megiddo, you want to know about your daughter.
You don't get to talk about my daughter.
You still don't get it, do you? Sarah didn't matter. Threatening her was just a way to get to you. And leveraging you was a way to get to third echelon. And third echelon, that was a way to get what they wanted out of the White House.
You're the mole. You're the one Lambert was worried about.
Very good, Sam. You finally see.
You son of a bitch! You cost me 3 years of my life. 3 years when I thought my daughter was dead.
Move! Move! Drop your weapon on the floor now!
Captain, thank you for rescuing me. Now, I don't see anyone else here but us, and I'm sure you don't either.
Oh, ma'am. Let's get you out of here.
Thank you.
Oval Office is secure. We have the president. POTUS is safe and secure.
I've talked to Sam once since he left. He told me that he and Sarah were going to take some time to catch up. He talked about learning who was really important to you, why you always had to come back for him. He talked about family. And you know what the last thing he said to me was, just before he hung up? Vicky said, "Thanks for everything. I love you like a brother." Brother? That's family, right? Yeah. I thought so.
And there you go, Splinter Cell Conviction, everyone. So, that's about it. You could turn off the LP right now if you really want to. There is one audio Easter egg at the end that you can definitely stick around to listen to. I've heard it already multiple times, so I'm not going to be. Couple of closing thoughts. First of all, I will show you the Spirit ending. That will be the bonus video that I put up with this. Second of all, that was very convenient timing on Sam's part to show up right as he said, "Hey, that's family, right?" I just feel that's a little contrived. And that's about it. All in all, I enjoy the game. It's got pretty good story. A little bit repetitive, a little short. They could have stood to add some more mechanics, I guess, or more interesting at the end game. But it's still pretty fun. You get to kill a lot of people. Body count is really fucking high. And that's about it. So, I'm just about done. Let me just say thank you to anyone who watched this whole LP. Thank you for dealing with all my various I suck issues. and all that stuff. Thank you to anyone who participated in the thread. Thank you, B-Man, for being a good sport, even though you shouldn't have had to. Fuck you, WF guy, but thank you anyway for taking the fuck yous so well, I guess. I don't know. You haven't even heard them yet when I'm recording this. Thank you, Orv, of course, for playing the co-op with me. And again, thank you anyone who watched this or was in the thread. You guys seem to enjoy it, so I hope you did. Anyway, that's about it. One last thing before I leave. Sam Fisher is fucking terrifying. You really shouldn't mess with him, cause he's just terrifying. I will never mess with him. And with that, Splinter Cell Conviction. I'll see you guys in another LP if you guys decide to watch it.
He's leaving out the part where we're headed in country to Miramar.
Well, yeah, but that was later. All we did there was take out the third-ranking general and the ruling junta, and prevent a cross-border incursion into Laos.
At King Lap.
Right, King Lap. The river crossing. Biggest damn catfish I've ever seen. Details. The important stuff is what happened in Pattaya.
You have to tell the story every damn time.
Every chance I get. Anyway, we're in this bar pretending to be tourists, when this guy comes up to us. Worst job of reading people I've ever seen in my life, because he figured Sam was a sucker.
Most people do. He lived. That makes him unique.
Yeah, whatever. So, this guy, he walks up to Sam, sizes him up, and asks him if he wants to buy an elephant.
A full-grown elephant.
Yeah, like that makes a difference. The guy tries to sell Sam an elephant. And Sam here, he's got this look on his face like he doesn't know what to do. First time I've ever seen him like that.
I was trying to figure out how to tell Sarah that she couldn't have an elephant.
So Sam finally turns to him and says, "Sorry, I already got one." Cool as ice, just like that. And the guy, he believes him.
It was either that or break his arm. I like to think I made the right decision.